Rob here from BoardGameManiacs, just showing everybody the custom Zombicide scenario set up using the gaming system tile from Hawk Wargames, used for Drop Zone Commander. Now with this here you can see it's cardboard cutouts, very cost effective way to fill an entire board for some playing on. It's a 4x6, but this is only a 4x4 we're using, or 4x2 with all the buildings, and you have some zombies set up here too as well, you can see, and you got some zombie spawn points and an exit. Stay tuned and we'll go over what the custom scenario is for everything. So if you want to play this game, you can certainly play it. It's a lot of fun. This is the second time running it, so just stay tuned. You can notice that all the table mats, you can see, have these grid lines set up. What is, I just took a ruler and I measured the zones for the Zombicide Season 1. And then all I did was just draw onto the tiling system, as you can see, for each zone to make it easier movement for all the heroes to play this custom Zombicide scenario. The board setup for this scenario is roughly a 3 foot by 4 foot, using the 1x1 map tiles. They're double-sided, and I just drew on one side and I set it up. Now again, some of the roads don't match up. Again, it's not very important for the Zombicide scenario that I'm going to be playing, but you know, you can get precise if you want and set it all up. That's not a big deal, but me, I just want to have some fun and just quick gameplay. So we set up the buildings. I got 12 buildings set up, and again, this gaming system terrain is from Hawk Wargames, and it's meant for Drop Zone Commander. It's the RuneScape City. As far as I know, you can get another one that is not so RuneScape, it's not so destroyed, and so forth. But again, this is zombies, apocalypse, you want the city nice and destroyed. So you can add so much more 3D terrain to this. And, you know, the sky's the limit for this, that you can play it. But just hang on and we'll go over the rules and the red X's and so forth. The amount of X's on the board, I determine roughly by about the amount of players. This scenario that I'm playing today is set up for 3 players. Now, what I do is usually you double the amount of X's per, so for 3 players it'd be 6 players. But I don't want it to make it too easy, so I decided to go with 8 X's for this game of 3 player. You can use 8 X's for 4 players and so forth. 5X, you can use 5-player game, you use 10 X's. Again, it's up to you. This is all fully customizable, so that you know, the heroes would start on a starting tile. I just use this one to represent the starting tile. You can start them anywhere you want, on the edge of the board or in the middle of the board, wherever you want to go. But with mine, I got them started here. And their objective is to pick up all of the X's. Now again, this one here has 8 X's. After the 8 X's are done, if not every player is in the red, what's going to happen is the X's will regenerate, which means they'll just, after the last one is picked up, on the next person's turn, all of the red X's will regenerate so that they'll reappear in the same spot, or you can do it in different spots, don't really matter. And when you do that, the players just keep going around finding all the red X's and picking them up. So in standard Zombicide rules, red X is 5 points. So in this one, it is 5 points still, but the difference with this is when you go and you pick up a red X, you're going to take a D20 and you're going to roll it. And according to the custom chart that I made, it's going to tell you what happens on that red X. Now this is the custom chart that I created. Now, again, all different ones. I can send it to people if they want, or I can post it. It don't really matter. But just to give you a couple of ideas of what type of things will happen when you land and pick up an X. For instance, if one of the heroes pick up this X right here, they roll a D20, and according to whatever they roll, something happens. So just say, for instance, they roll a 10 after picking up the X. What that means with this custom rules is that that player will go insane for 1 turn attacking fellow survivors. So pretty much in Zombicide, a lot of people like to stay together so that they can end the game pretty quickly. But if you pick up one of these X's and there are people within your vicinity and you got a really nice weapon and you roll the X and you get the number 10, which you go insane, your teammates around you may not be very happy of what's going to happen, especially if you got a really powerful weapon or they already have sustained one wound. Very, very dangerous stuff. And again, there's 6 zombie spawn points on the board. Now, one of the red X's, when you roll it according to the chart, whatever number, you could spawn another zombie spawn point. So you'll get more zombies coming on the board. Now, you have a choice of when you start to play the game, that you start in the blue, or you can start in yellow already. It depends on what you want. Now, I played this once before where there was no zombies on the board starting off. When you started in the blue, it took a little while to go through everything. So you can customize it. You can start into the yellow and there's zombies already on the board, or you can start in the blue with zombies on the board. It's completely up to you. Now the thing too as well is when you start on the board, and again, we are going to play it that we're in the yellow, we have to be in the red and we have to pick every X up onto the board. Now, once you pick the last X and when everybody's in the red, the X's will not regenerate after that. And once all the X's are picked up, you're in the red, you're going to try to run as fast as you can to get to the X. Now, just like other Zombicide rules, the only way that a hero can exit the exit is if that zone is clear of zombies. But you can notice one of the spawn points are right by the exit, as well as some zombies. Now, there's a runner there too as well, which everybody knows who plays Zombicide. Runners can be pretty nasty, moving up to 2 spaces on their turn, or they can move up 1 and attack. So you have to be really careful. Everything else for Zombicide, pretty much all the rules stay the same. 2 wounds. Now, the difference too as well that I'd like to point out for this one, again, you can customize this as much as you want, but each player in my mission that I'm going to be playing starts off with a pistol and a fire axe. Now, I combined every Zombicide expansion and core set together for the cards, so you don't know what's going to happen, what lucky weapons you're going to have, like a Maz shotgun or so forth, or you don't know what nasty zombies you can spawn, like toxic zombies, 3, 4, 5 abominations. Like, you don't really know what's going to happen. So when they spawn, or you get extra spawn zones, you know, the board can be populated very quickly with zombies, making the game very, very difficult. So there's no fire axe needed to open up doors, but fire axes are good for melee, as everybody knows. Close range attack. So that's pretty much the rule breakdown for this custom Zombicide scenario using the RuneScape terrain designed by Hawkward Games from Drop Zone Commander. I urge everybody to just, you know, experiment with all different games, combine them together, create some kind of really cool scenario effect, and, you know, post it and mention it, and so everybody else will have a chance to look at it. If they like it, hey, they may try it themselves. And again, board games are great. They're very challenging sometimes. Sometimes they can be easy, but the thing is, the key thing with board gaming is you get a chance to talk to somebody face to face. And that's very important for communication. Alright, there you go, Board Game Maniacs. This is Rob from Board Game Maniacs. Have a good day, play some games, get a little crazy.